Hey people, how's it going? I promised that I would read Or of the Dark Elves. And it's like 17 pages. Ready for some reading? Here we go. Dearest reader, it is only with the greatest fear and trepidation that I share this harrowing tale with you today. Even here, safe within the confines of my own home, I am still overcome with dread at the thought of what I am about to tell you, and what it might mean for me or those close to me. And yet I feel compelled to do so, and the great muse guides my pen to this paper, and the words flow forth from the darkest regions of my heart and mind, where they have stayed, well hidden, until this very evening. I beg of you, give ear to my confession, and, if it please you, take this tale from me, and return only your belief and trust that what you are about to hear is only and nothing but the truth. My name is Renford A. Twilliger, born of the outlying regions of Ashbury, not far from the lair of Bellerogorum. Can't pronounce my own hometown, where they found the bones of the great dragon. My childhood was a bright one, full of happiness and light. My parents gave me all a child might need. I was schooled both practically and excellently. When my 18th year came around, I was accepted into Tarrant University, and ultimately found my way to the Tarantian Zoological Society. Archaeology was my first love, but my first assignment with the society was the Cultural Anthropology Department. It was somewhat of a farce, actually, but the society had been given an enormous grant by one of Tarrant's leading philanthropists for a very specific purpose. The purpose was to confirm the existence of the Dark Elves. Every man, woman, and child in Arcanum has been raised on ghost stories and bedtime tales of these strange people known only as the Dark Elves. To the anthropologist, they are the proverbial oasis in the desert. Proof of their existence has always literally disappeared into the air. No man has ever set eyes on them, and not one shred of physical evidence has ever been found to establish that they were real. Myths and legends are plentiful, but for the ignorant scientist, these mean less than nothing. What was needed was undeniable evidence, and I set out on this adventure with my determination and confidence in my ability to bring forth just that. Had I known what lay ahead, I would have forsworn both anthropology and philanthropy, and returned to work as a day laborer in the Ashbury shipyards. Better the back-breaking work than the nightmares I face every night. Before leaving Tarrant, I employed the services of a certain Jaron Benal, an elven tracker who was recommended me by the noble Quentin Payne, famed explorer and gentleman in every sense of the word. Jaron Benal, had been born in the Glimmering Forest, and was said there was a more knowledgeable man about the deep elven groves in this side of the Stonewall Mountains. His fees were less than reasonable, but had been given generous liberty in spending the allotted funds, and it was my honest opinion that Mr. Benal was crucial to the success of the mission. Drink. I couldn't have been more correct. Within weeks we were well within the deepest and yet uncharted regions of the western Glimmering Forest, and never once did the inflammable Mr. Benal look at his compass or consult a map. Occasionally he would stand for a moment with a clearing or beneath a great tree, head cocked, eyes closed, but aside from these infrequent moments of meditation, it was all we could do to keep up with him. Upon the 42nd day of our journey, we came to a great meadow, seemingly alive with a multitude of birds and butterflies that flew above it. Crossing this fragrant and lively field was one of the most vivid moments I've ever experienced in this journey so far. Sorry. And I was so enthralled by the scene around me that I almost missed the most spectacular vision in the eyes of mortal man. Kintara, the great elven tree city, lay within the towering trees at the end of the clearing, hanging like a cut jewel in the crown of a king. The mother tree, almost 400 feet tall, housed the intricately carved Hall of Truth, which shone white and smooth in the noonday sun. Moonday? Whatever. Impossibly thin walkways wove in and out of the boughs of a great tree, not taking away from its natural beauty, but adding to it, as if the city were merely a convenient and beautiful tangle of leaves and branches, tattooed within the flowing runes and symbols of ancient elven tongue. And among these, the graceful and lithe forms of the elves, singing their beautiful songs and looking down upon the ragtag group of men with curiosity and amusement. Of Kintara, I can say only this. The month I spent there was the best of my entire life. I learned much less about the Dark Elves than I would have liked, almost nothing at all, really, but the moments I spent there were strange and wonderful and breathtaking. I will not do them disservice by attempting to put them into words. Suffice it to say that I learned there's a young man what often takes others a lifetime, and to my teacher I give heartfelt thanks and warm greetings. There's not a day goes by that I don't think of you. Excuse me for another yawn and another drink. We left the trees of Kintara with little more than faint whispers of the dark elves and where they might be found. The elves of Kintara were very reluctant to speak of them, and they begged us to forget such foolishness and go home to Tarant. I, of course, would hear no such talk, and we travelled on, north this time, as Mr. Banal believed he had uncovered a clue as to their whereabouts during his investigations while in Kintara. And he had discovered a name, Sen-Ang, the home of the dark elves. We travelled for 17 more days, exhausting our supplies, and sending most of the party back to Tarant. The forest had become thicker and more brambly, and it seemed that many of the trees were adorned with thorns, some more than a foot long. Another week, and it was only Mr. Banal and myself, and we'd agreed to return before the first of the month if we failed to find any further evidence of the Dark Elves' existence. That gave us 6 days to find Sen-Ang, and we pressed on, despite our anxiety and fatigue. On the day before we'd planned to return, the weather took a vicious turn. Excuse me. From out of the north came dark thunderheads, and lightning flew down from the sky like barbed lances of white fire. It began to rain, and we found an uneasy shelter beneath the massive roots of one of the great trees, which seemed poised above us like a giant and grotesquely gnarled hand. Reading is hard this morning. I was shivering, not together from cold and rain. Weird shadows played against the trunks of the trees as the storm strengthened and the lightning became more frequent. Thunder tore the sky above our heads. I looked at Mr. Banal, and for the first time since we left Tarant, I saw fear reflected in his eyes. I can't say when I first became aware of them, but one moment, while looking out through the rain, I began to notice shadows that stayed even after the lightning had subsided. Those shadows became phantoms, the phantoms something worse. They were stock still, tall and wiry, ghostly faces with the color of ivory, with eyes the blackest night. Their hair hung in lip strands against their foreheads and cheeks, and they stood unblinking, oblivious to the storm and its ragings. Banal screamed something to my right, and then was pulled bodily from our shelter to the roots above. He screamed once more, then was silent. I never heard from nor saw him again. I ran headlong past the elves in front of me, swinging blindly to clear my path. I was mad with fear, and my feet carried me deeper into the forest. I thought I heard dark and twisted laughter above and behind me, and shadowy figures starting among the trees to my left and right. Thorns tore at my arms and legs, and I stumbled among the stones and underbrush, screaming incoherently. More than once, great elven arrows sung into the trees behind me, grazing my skin as they flew by. They were playing with me, enjoying the hunt, waiting for just the right moment. My head was light from exhaustion and blood loss, and I fell to my knees, gasping for air. When I looked up, I saw it. There, in the trees above me, was Sen-Ang, home of the Dark Elves. Unlike Kintara, Sen-Ang was an abomination, slouched in the branches like a great beast waiting for its prey. There were sputtering fires all along its battlements, and great spikes protruding from every surface like dragon spines. I saw robed figures, gaunt and terrible, lying along the walkways and looking down upon me, beckoning, it seemed, for me to join them. I screamed again, and the figures seemed to raise their voices in unison, a terrible call without sound or meaning, but I heard them nonetheless. They were cursing me. They were welcoming me. In moments, I was surrounded again by my pursuers. Through the downpour, I saw them unsheathe daggers, their ghostly smiles floating toward me as the thunder roared above. I closed my eyes, praying to whatever God would hear me. There was nothing else I could do. And then from nowhere, arrows were flying from behind and above me. In moments, I was encircled completely with half-buried shafts of the thickest hunting arrows, and the dark elves around me whirled to and fro in confusion. One pulled his bow from his back and notched an arrow in one flowing moment, but it was shot through the heart before he'd raised it past his shoulder. He fell silently, unbelieving. Excuse me. Talking makes me yawn, sorry. He fell silently unbelieving. The others looked at me for a moment, the purest hatred harboring in their eyes, and they disappeared into the night, hands conspicuously at their sides. Amazed and spent, I fainted. I woke some days later, many miles from the northern reaches of the Glimmering. I was alone, but my wounds had been treated and my supplies had been replenished. I was back in Tarant not 2 weeks later. I never met my rescuers, but I can guess who they were and where they were from, and I thanked them if they were reading this. Without their aid, I surely would have died there in the shadow of Sen-Ang. And so, dear friend, I again beg you to believe these words and to the man who's told them to you. I do so only to share this burden with others, to gain comfort among those of my kind. At the very least, let these words stand as a warning to you. Often, evil is a tangible thing, and sometimes it is a people and a place. Such are the Dark Elves, and such is the hell they call their home. I have never returned to the Glimmering Forest, and I pray I never do. Some things are better left alone. Oh my god! God damn, that was a long read. Let me get another drink. Ugh. So I'm guessing this is the inn. Innkeeper! There we go. Well, let's talk to the innkeeper. What do you want? Hello? No, I don't want to. Room for a week! I don't have quick save. Well, let's talk to these guys. Just the guy I want to talk to. Trevor Linwood. I'm a journalist for the Tarantian. Tarantian, what are you doing here? I'm on assignment, though it's not going well. What's the problem? Well, I was supposed to be simple. Take a picture, go back to Toronto as quick as I could. Nothing to it, right? Okay. Sounds simple enough. What were you supposed to take a picture of? The elusive Lethe Wyvern. Ever heard of it? No. Well, legend describes it as a tremendous dragon. Wings, claws, the whole bit. The difference with the Lethe, I'm afraid I've read, is in its attack. What does it do? Apparently, every time it strikes, it destroys a bit of its victim's memory. Some sort of venom or something. After enough attacks, the victim can't remember how to flee, and the Lethe got itself an easy meal. Sounds dangerous. Yeah. From my research, I've surmised that very few creatures ever survive an encounter with a Lethe, and those few that do usually don't remember exactly what or who they escaped from. I don't think there's anything simple about that assignment. I didn't believe it. I thought it was a hoax. I just came here with my editor, Mr. Wright, wanted a hot story. He thought if we could get a picture of the wyvern, our sales would boom. Turned out to be a hoax, huh? No, that's just it. I've seen it. Truly horrible beast. I caught a mirror's glimpse of it. That was all it took. It was gigantic. My heart froze. My skin began to crawl. I fucking ran. Did you get your photograph? I couldn't snap one shut off. I was terrified. I'm not going back. There's no way I'm going back. What am I going to do? Mr. Wright will fire me. Wait, you just need a picture. You don't need to fight it? Yeah, just a picture. I can't do it. No. I'll do it. You take the risk yourself? Why would you do that? Well, for the adventure. Oh, I don't want to... Okay. I want to do it, but I really didn't want to scam this guy out of his cash. Alright, take my camera. All you need to do is to get within visual range of the Lethe, then use the camera on it. After that, I'd run like the wind. I'll mark your map with the location. One more thing. I've heard rumors that an old bridge exists somewhere near that location. I didn't have a chance to look for it, but it may be of interest to you. Thanks, Trevor. Let it drink again, goddamn. Who's this guy? Who are you? Jason C. guy, of course. What are you doing here? I'm studying the Ring of Brodgar. Why? I've always had a fascination with the Ring of Brodgar. It's strange. The history's always mentioned a black spire synonymously with the Ring of Brodar, but its meaning is lost in antiquity. Perhaps it symbolizes the power of the wards. I don't know. I came to study the wards and see how they were holding up. Wards? The Rift of Nazruddin, created when banishing Aranax, required all of the great mages from the Age of Legends to set up powerful wards. Okay, why wouldn't they be holding up? Technology has spread throughout the land at an amazing pace. I fear its propensity would have caused the wards to weaken, and that's why I'm here, to ascertain the strength of wards. And what'd you find? The result of my studies are quite a puzzle. As I suspected, the wards are weakening, but at a rate much more accelerated than I originally calculated. I'm sure the great mages placed powerful wards in place for purpose, but many years have passed. That knowledge has been lost to us, and I fear if something were to fail, something terrible would happen. Very worrisome. Is there anything I can do for you, Lana Montserrat? The Ring of Brodgar is the exact spot where Nazruddin banished the evil Aranax after their battle. So I did that. Sorry. Do you feel magic or technology will ultimately prevail? Okay, throughout my learning, I've developed a theory. It could be bunnies. Evil bunnies. I've seen... Well, no, he wasn't evil. He was just, well, shape-shifting. I believe everything works in cycles. Everything natural goes through cycles of ebb and flow. I believe magic and technology are no different. There's one major flaw in my theory. Appears to be an initial appearance of the technology. There's no known history that advanced technology existed before now. As a result, I'm unable to prove my theory. Okay. If in all your travels you come across any signs of ancient technology, I would greatly appreciate it. It would help with my hypothesis. Okay, I'll let you know if I find anything. Alright. So he believes that magic and technology go together. God damn, this is a big inn. These are some nice rooms. Well, doggies. A pool? Wow. Wow. A hotel with a pool. This is awesome. Oh my god, look at this dining hall. This is great! Who are you? Somebody's been digging up graves? Not me. This shovel? Everybody's over here. I'm gonna save just in case I get some shit done. In case people start talking to me. Let's talk to you, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Oh, fuck. I knew it. Perhaps you're interested in the game of wits, madam. I bet you 500 coins you don't know the answer to the question I have. Okay. Elves live about... Damn it! Elf villager. What do you know, friend? Yeah, okay. What's the name of the bridge leading into Trent? Fuck! Goddamn. I hate you people. I'm done. I'm done with this. I lost a shitload of money. Alright, so we have camera. And we have quest. Oh, Christ. I have a feeling I'm gonna majorly screw up this. Alright. So we need to get out of town and get on the big city map. World map, I mean. And see if we can find the Lethe Wyvern. And not get it. Or poisoned or whatever. Oh, that's why we're up by the circle. Like, why hasn't the world map or the world travel thing popped up? There we go. I'm gonna save. Okay. Lethe Wyvern sighting. Oh, Christ. My path. How's my path blocked? Hang on. There were a couple other things. Let's see. For this, I have 1580 west and 1010 south. Oh, right there. Okay. Oh, let's go there. There are a couple other places I wanted to see. Somebody's gonna die. Somebody's gonna die. I don't know how to use the camera either. Do I put it on my hotbar? That's one of the places, the Broken Cathedral. Oh God, what the hell? Fucking rats.
Good show, madam.
Whew. All right. Let me save. Wyvern area. And I believe I leveled up. That's right. Now. Pickpocket's up high. You must raise your dexterity. See, now it doesn't say that I need to raise it. Like, look at firearms. When I hover over it, the red down here says minimum perception to raise 6. So I need a 6 perception. Now when I'm over pick locks, it doesn't say I need a higher dexterity. But I can't put a point in it. Well, we'll see. Alright. Now, the directions I have. Put that on my hotbar. What I have noted is the Wyvern. We go east to an outcropping and then go north. So I'm going east, right? This is east. Yes, okay. Why do I have a feeling we're just gonna find this goddamn thing? I'm having Cloakwood Mines flashbacks. Fucking Wyvern bullshit. That looks like an outcropping. I wonder what would happen if we just followed this. Let's go north a ways. There's another outcropping. Oh! Oh God! No! 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 Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's party. Look this way. Anybody die? Did anybody die? I guess I should have like told them to wait. Oh man. We could kill it. We could kill it, but fuck that. Tell me I have my whole party. Come on. I saw Gar show up, but he usually just shows up. Anyway. Oh God. That was no wyvern, that was a guy in a suit! Yes! Now! Let's check the book. Did we get it? Oh God, please tell me we got it. Please tell me we got it. Where the fuck am I going? Where is everything? Alright, there. I thought we were over there. Oh God. But I heard a click. Now I didn't see anything come up because I was too busy running. And trying to get everybody else to get away from it. But I did hear a click. I got it! I got it! Let me see the camera. Mr. Wright's going to be thrilled. Glad I could be of service. What of the bridge? Did you see any signs of it? No, I got out there as quickly as I could. What bridge? What bridge? There's a bridge? There was a bridge? There was a bridge? There was a bridge? I'm gonna keep saying that because I can't believe there was a bridge? Huh? Oh yeah, I didn't get hit. Nobody else got hit. Alright. Whew. That's good for me. Let's save. Oh man. We ran like little bitches. Thanks for watching. We'll